Let's look at what's driving trust in business today and the model that the successful businesses are using to grow, which we call a business trust engine. Let's look at the shift in thinking that's happening today, which is fueling the driving force of trust in business. Trust is the new balance sheet. It's the way we look at business is changing and growth is different. An example is back in 2001, the CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, wrote this model on a napkin. And it's a circular model for growth. It's getting out of the thinking that a sales funnel is the way to grow, because a sales funnel can be about conversion and getting revenue, which is different to a model of circular building trust, which is all about a reliable method of understanding business growth and the fuel driving your business, and looking at the friction points, which is entirely different to thinking of a conversion of customers, where a sales funnel is about a customer being an afterthought. But an engine, and the trust engine, is driven by purpose and impact and adding value. Because technology is changing what's possible and how people buy. Consumers often Google first, and much more of the sales cycle is about the digital interaction and our footprint. And the what we can do is changing rapidly, because as the speed of technology changes and increases and gets faster and faster, and artificial intelligence, then the landscape is shifting between the haves and the have-nots, and the link between how technology can build trust is creating exciting opportunities. But then there's those that are being left behind that are becoming obsolete because they don't understand how to build trust and the use of the new technology. So the shift in thinking is partly driven by social media and the Internet of Things, because everything is now connected. So no longer can issues be swept under the carpet as business owners shift their thinking and move to embracing the connected and more transparent, high trust culture. So the fuel driving trust and shifting our thinking is being driven by purpose and impact to make a difference as a business, because the old systems and ego and lack of integrity is breaking down, because the new technology is meaning that it's a different playing field and a different engine that can now drive the business of growth. So two key elements of the business trust engine are: what are the friction points in the business? What can we automate that friction to get into flow? Because flow is this high output of high trust, and we're focusing on how to evolve our engine. So friction generally creates mistakes, and there can be overwhelm, poor communication, disconnected systems, and we lose customers at friction points. So it's looking at our business and how we build trust to get more of this flow, and the engine having high output, people connected, people communicating, systems aligned, and all the data connected and in sync, because the friction is the low output type of organizations. But when we look to move the friction towards flow, we get the high output, which is the 4 stages of the trust engine that we look to use to help get this flow. Is the strategy. Get the strategy right. It's a team driven by purpose and aligned around a shared vision and strategy. It's intrinsic motivation driving the engine, aligning the hearts and minds to get more done. And looking at the workflows, what are the key parts of the business that are creating friction, and are the right people and in the right seats with the right tasks to help ensure people are energized and empowered to get more done. And then the technology, it's connecting the data in the cloud with the right apps and tools to support growth and communication and transfer to a more productive output using the new technology and fast changing automation ability. And the last thing is to review and constantly look at how we can improve and use the engine and the one-page plan tools to evolve and give more accountability to simplify our strategy and our engine of growth, because the outcome is more enjoyable culture, attracting and retaining the best people, high productivity environment driven by purpose, vastly greater success, and more creativity and innovation driven by a team who see the big picture and feel valued, with less absenteeism, and on target, on budget revenue results with greater job satisfaction and better work-life balance. So you decide between friction or flow in your business and your engine driving it. We've all got choices by looking at the friction points and looking to automate or evolve our systems to reduce the friction and get greater flow, because the more satisfying pathway is where people are aligned and enjoying work with good systems, information flow, good communication, high output teams who self-manage, collaborate and align around a common vision and purpose. So how's your trust engine running? What's driving your business and the engine? So if you're interested in a free 1-hour strategy session, then look at the engine and look at the ways to build productivity and trust, then book a free strategy session at meetrcr.com.